Hello, everyone. We are live for another live watch party. Thank you for coming on in. Today's live stream is going up, up, and away. It's a bird. It's a plane. No, it's a trailer. A camping trailer? No. It's the Superman trailer. Thank you, everyone, for coming on in. We are going to react to the Superman trailer. I don't know. I'm going to put it on the screen small with no sound. Hoping maybe it doesn't give a copyright. Maybe it will. I don't know. Let me just do it. We'll see. But we'll wait a couple minutes. We'll give some time for people to come on in. Let it run. Get some people coming on in. Watch party. Looks better than Deadpool and Wolverine. Interesting. I haven't seen it yet, so I mean, don't spoil the trailer yet. I've was doing some other stuff this morning, so I've deliberately held off looking at it so I can kind of at least give one of a live reaction. In the meantime, yesterday I put up my breakdown of the Karate Kid trailer, which is big news. That movie, of course, is a money grab from Sony. After years of John, Josh, and Hayden focusing on the Miyagi-verse and saying, no, Jackie Chan, that 2010 Karate Kid was fun, but that's a separate universe. The Miyagi-verse, they're different things. Some executives at Sony Features wanted to make extra money. So they said, hey, what if we piggyback off the success of Cobra Kai and use that property? So they're trying to get money off other people's hard work. And if you read the comments, people are shocked that I don't take well to like corporate money grabs with little effort. Deadpool and Wolverine was a very fun movie. I mean, if it wasn't the most perfect movie via like, plot points and story, it was a little bit hammered together, but like it was a lot of fun and really well done. Good cameos, ruined stuff. Probably what it was the top superhero movie last year or this year, right? So I mean, there you go. Is it a complete reboot of the DC? Yes, this has been in the works for a while now. James Gunn fired everyone except like the one woman I didn't like. I don't know. Whatever. We'll give it another minute, guys, and then I'll go ahead and react. But yeah, James Gunn is just starting over. I had hope for the Snyderverse. I'm not the biggest DC guy. I don't think DC ever flows together into an extended universe the way Marvel does. It's kind of an odd point, but for me, like Marvel always makes sense as an extended universe. The Avengers, the way, Captain America and Spider-Man work together, Iron Man. DC, it never makes sense. Batman and Superman, what? Like they don't seem to go together. Gotham and Metropolis. And then you throw in Wonder Woman and part of the reason of that, I think, is those characters were all created individually by different people at different times, as like their own thing. And just because they were owned by the same company, they just like were like throwing them together. Um, maybe even somewhat in response to the Avengers. I don't know that specific, but like so much of the Marvel stuff was created by Stan Lee. He was just like going crazy, down in Marvel and imagining this stuff. And Stan Lee always said, he liked setting everything in New York because he just liked this idea that his superheroes would run into each other from time to time. I think that's how he worded it in some interview I saw. He's like, I like the idea that they would bump into each other while fighting different guys or whatever. And I think something about that, partially since it mostly came from the same guy, Stan Lee, he had this idea and it kind of just blended well. I don't know. I will just always insist that like Captain America, which was not Stan Lee, but like, just blends so much better with Iron Man, Spider-Man, and all of them. Every hero you listed is no hero. Ooh. I think Robert Pattinson's Batman is not part of this universe. In fact, I thought they were trying to cast a new Batman. Only hero is the Ghost. Rough, man, rough. The suit looks incredible. Okay. All right. We've been a few minutes. I'll just go ahead and react with you. Yeah. Do you think Zara is good looking? She's got her admirers, but is she pretty on the inside? Is she pretty on the inside? Because isn't that what really counts, people? No. All right. 2 minutes and 19 seconds. I assume it's more. Well, they call it a teaser trailer. All right. Let's just go. Maybe they'll include Green Lantern this time. Maybe. All right. We'll start at 8 minutes into the stream. Okay. All right, guys. Here we go. Hopefully, I don't get a copyright. The wind is blowing. Ouch. I think that was Superman, though. He's bleeding. That doesn't seem like. Look at that dork. We need someone to beat that nerd. Oof. Oh. James Gunn. Lois Lane. I like the music. James Gunn kind of does this like guitar rock stuff, doesn't he? And it begins. Luther Core. I just saw a dinosaur breathing fire. I don't know, man. Why so small? I don't want to get a copyright claim. Sorry. I'll extend it as we go over it. Whoa. They were shooting lasers. There's like, how many heroes did I just see in this? I mean, this is another teaser that's all about the feels. What you press cancel and it goes like, did you see The Last of Us? Yeah. Like, here you go. So there's no story. I mean, you can make up a little like, here's Clark Kent. That's kind of a nice look. Off to the Daily Planet. Hmm. Um, Lois. Kind of interesting. It's it's kind of an interesting look for as Clark Kent. Like he looks more nerdy. Like he doesn't just look like Superman with glasses. Like some I don't know. They did a good job of like changing him. Okay, the Kent homestead, the farm, his dad. It's obviously very hurt, and we have Crash Land. Presumably, yeah. So I'm presumably like he was in a battle against the bad guy, yeah, Brainiac or whoever. I don't really know Superman villains other than Luthor. Um, looks like Clark rolled out of bed and went to work. Um, yeah, he's in some battle, obviously, and he came to the North Pole to heal. But I was just thinking, the fortress is it's at the North Pole, right? Like, but like I was thinking, like, doesn't like Superman partially get his power from the sun, but his fortress of solitude is like the North Pole where the sun is least direct. Like, shouldn't it be on the equator? Sorry, just dealing with some of the logic here. Anyway, the dog shows up. Cute dog. Why doesn't he ask Crypto to take him towards the sun? Yeah, I don't know. This trailer made me lose hype for the Karate Kid. Yeah. I'm not I was liking it. What I don't like is it seems like there's so many characters. This is kind of a cool moment. Actually, I like that. Yeah. That's kind of cool. By the bookstore. Pretty extravagant building here. I don't know. They're going with a young Lex Luthor again. I don't know who this actor is. Can you speak British? A little bit. I don't know what this is. It's like on the dance floor or something. There they are, raising the Superman flag. These people are upset at him. He's very dirty here. Yeah. I will say, like, the Superman looks very different from the Clark. And it's interesting, like, it's the most, like, they tried to make him look different. Nicholas Holt. He also Young Beast in the later X-Men. Lex is not Lexing. Eastwood's Juror number 2. Something seems off about this. Interesting. Well, yeah. I mean, interesting to see everyone so upset. Like, did someone die? It's like very dirty. Old man. Like, what is he throwing? A can of beans? Like he just had a can of beans on him? I don't know. What is he? You know, it's funny. Like, this crowd's not even that big. Like, it's like 3 people deep, but then like people are just going by. Like, what do you think of the suit? I guess the suit is fine. Seems like a mix of sort of the traditional with maybe more the modern, like, muscular look. This is bad guy, I guess. Is that a lantern? Is this because that's green? Is that like one of the lantern people? Now they're coming in here. Like, I'm very unknowledgeable about like all the DC shit, but it looks like he's shooting a lantern thing from a ring. Henry Cavill. I mean, definitely Henry Cavill is just a great star. He was a great Superman. He's just a great actor. You know, he's someone who loves the fans too, respects, you know, he respects the story, the lore, and the fans who love that story and lore. But you know, he's a great man, but you know, Zack Snyder, yeah. I mean, just the Snack Snyderverse never took off. Right. The highest grossing movie of the Snyderverse was Aquaman. So it's like whatever. Whatever. I don't know, are these lantern people or what they're doing? I don't know who this is. It looks kind of weird. I grew wings and I'm gonna attack with a mace. Spiked mace. And then here's this looks weird. I don't know what this is. Hawkman. It is a lantern. That's a lantern. Yeah, I thought that was a lantern. So we would assume the lanterns are good guys then? The lantern people? Hawk Girl, Hawkman. Does he know the lanterns? I guess we'll find out. I mean, it's definitely yeah, I think this is a girl, I think. It's definitely really introducing a lot of the characters. You know, many of them I don't know. So, and a giant dinosaur. A giant fire-breathing dinosaur. Are they in Tokyo? I don't think so. Guy Gardner is the character name. Is that's the lantern? Guy Gardner? You don't trust the market anymore? Yeah, I mean, I would say it's past its heyday. There's a reason I basically stopped after Endgame. Like, I saw Endgame and I thought, that's great. Let's end it here. You know, only going back. I only went back to watch, you know, the Spider-Man. What is it? No Way Home. Spider-Man No Way Home, you know, with Toby, that one. And then I watched you know, Deadpool and Wolverine. That's it. None of the TV shows, screw them. don't care. You know, the DC movies didn't care. You think this will be a good movie? Well, I will say Zack Snyder is a talented filmmaker. He pretty much always has hits. He's very good. You know, I'm just not one that gets excited for the DC universe. I see all these peripheral characters already. We got Lanterns, we got Hawk Girl or whoever. Um, like I would have liked a small just Superman movie to kick off the whole thing. Um, but I was going to say Snyder. No, James Gunn is clearly like introducing more already. So that's not to say it's frustrating or something, you know. I mean, maybe it works. I don't know, but you know, I would, you know, it's just like what Snyderverse did wrong. They had like Man of Steel, um, and then they did like they almost dived right into Batman versus Superman, right? Like they didn't even do a Batman movie, right? Like and that was just so dumb. Like everyone agreed. It's like new Man of Steel, and they almost dived right into Batman and Superman, which then brought in all the other random characters. So, you know, like I still think Marvel did it best, where you had, you know, a movie on Iron Man, and you had a movie on Hulk. You know, I mean, then they had some Iron Man sequels going, but then you know we also got what else do we get? I mean, I know we got Captain America, but there was another one in there somewhere, wasn't there? We had Captain America, you know, and then eventually it all worked up to you know the first Avengers in what 2012. Into the Spider Verse. Yeah, I've heard of it. I mean, I know of it, but yeah, the battle with the giant monster pushes him further than he thought, and he actually uses more power than necessary within the city. That's why everyone was so mad. Yeah, but I don't think you get rid of a monster like this without using some power. So what are you gonna do? Um, I don't know if people are mad at him for beating this monster. Although it's gonna see how you fight a monster without like massive casualties, people dying. Maybe they're mad if they think somehow Spider-Man, Superman brought the monster. I don't know how, but there you go. Guy Gardner is the third human Green Lantern. Wow, I didn't know. Is that before Ryan Reynolds? The Ryan Reynolds, whatever the one from the show is, or the main one. I guess there's been many. I kind of liked that Green Lantern movie, by the way. I always thought it was a little underrated. Um, anyway, let's see. Zack Snyder is the director. Yeah. Um, did I say Snyder at some point? Obviously, I mean God. Um, yeah, after Gunn said he wouldn't do cameo porn, that's what he's doing. Well, it sure seems like it, right? Is this the Hawk Girl we saw? Is that her? So this is our Lantern, and that's the Hawk Girl, I guess. Yeah. Okay, that's her. And then there's another guy here too, whatever this guy is. Yeah, he wouldn't do a cameo porn, and then so we have this crazy thing. We got this image was released. The movie has to do well. Well, that's for sure. but his stories are just yeah. Zack Snyder, he's hit and miss. Like 300 just nailed it when that came out a long time ago now. Like it put him on the map, and I thought Watchmen. People liked Watchmen. I thought it was a good adaptation, like of that story. Some people didn't like the movie, but like, so here's a robot, and he's crying over the robot. This is the Fortress of Solitude, I suppose. Um, looks like ice or something. So like this is Mother Maid or Alpha 5, maybe like this is Alpha 5. The colors look bad. It seems fine so far. I'm not having any issues with the lighting or colors. His suit is kind of dark, right? Like, I mean, even here, if you see it in like, say, well, it's covered in dirt here, but try and see like the clean suit. It's a slightly darker shade of blue, I guess. But it's not horrible. More like a darker matte red. It's not like a bright red or bright yellow. So I don't necessarily see anything wrong with the colors. Don't know what that is. Maybe someone else does. Crying over the robot. That's Alpha 5 or Mother Maid. I don't know. Ooh, what is that? I don't know. Is this the bad guy? Well, other than Lex Luthor? Yeah, okay. Here's I assume that's the Fortress of Solitude, where he goes to think about Lois Lane. Everyone serves a place in his story. Well, probably. Cobra Kai is not confirmed for February 13th, but maybe. The image you have right now makes me think Luther tries to frame him and she exposes that. She being Lois. Who would attack the Fortress of Solitude? Metamorpho. Metamorpho is a hero. Whew. Boy. I guess even heroes can be ugly. I don't. Where is this? Is this supposed to be Metropolis? I guess. I got to remember that the DC cities aren't real. Like, so they could just change the landscape. You can't just look for like recognizable landscape. Is this, maybe this is Metropolis? Mr. Terrific is the other. Oh, okay. Mr. Terrific, that other guy. The white face is Metamorpho. Barovian troops amassing at border. I thought it said sus. It's the sus level is high. That's sus, man. That's sus. No. Okay, so there's a lot of quick images. Who's this? Is that another superhero? I don't. It's not Superman. Meteors coming in. So he's fighting this guy in the black. So this is the bad guy, I guess. Oh, they're all shooting at him, and he has these protective things. Now, if they were smart, they would aim their guns up and shoot at these things. But instead, they're going to keep blasting the shield, right? Oh, Boravia. Okay, it's a fictional city. So he's got this protective shield. They keep shooting at it without shooting the little things generating the shield. I never watched Smallville. Have you seen Smallville? I think my sister did. And I know people said it was really. I know my cousin really loved it back in the day, and the Cobra guys love Smallville. They even have a podcast on it. It's a Smallville after all. I think. Go ahead and check that podcast. But yeah, I never saw that. Boy, they just. You would think if you're shooting at a guy with a shield, you would shoot the little things generating the shield, but nope. Is he bad guy? He's protecting this woman. Is that the Hawk girl? Oh no. Maybe he's not the bad guy. I don't know who that is. Ultraman, he's a villain. Okay. So that's Ultraman. Oh, Mr. Terrific? Are we disagreeing? Or is there two different people? Because I was unsure. Whoever's fighting him will assume that's the villain. And I assume it's the same person smashing through. But is this all the same guy, or are those two different people? Ultraman. Okay. The guy with the T. This guy is good. This guy is with the T is good. Okay. This is Mr. Terrific. So maybe the people shooting at him are bad because he's protecting this woman. So we're happy that evil is dumb and doesn't shoot the shield. That's Superman flying away. Superman and Lois. Oh, July 11th. All right. I mean, I think there's too many characters. So it's not that big a deal. There's too many characters already. Like, I would have liked just a Superman story, but I think, James Gunn at least wants to establish right off the top an extended universe. And we've seen now many of them. We got Mr. Terrific. This is Ultraman, I'm told. There was Metamorpho in here somewhere. Obviously, Lex Luthor. There was Metamorpho. Metamorpho there. We got giant dinosaur, fire-breathing dinosaur. Not a dragon, but it is a fire-breathing dinosaur. Too many characters. Yeah. I just like wasn't it called the original script was Superman Legends or Origin Superman? I forget. Like, I know Gunn originally had another title on it. And after he revised it, he dropped Legacy, Superman Legacy. Yeah. And then he's like, nah, just Superman, which I feel like might have been as much. He said after he did a new draft of the script, he felt like Legacy wasn't needed anymore. But like, I also feel like it could have come from the marketing people. Like, no, let's just call it Superman. Like, let's just reboot it. He was like, let's just call it, like, the marketing people are like, let's just call it Superman. That's better. And he went with it. Um, I don't know, but like, why does he block the people with his lantern ring? I don't. Oh, I don't know, man. Well, I mean, you could say that about any of the heroes. Any super. I mean, you could say it about Batman. You could say it about Spider-Man. I mean, all these characters have been around, for decades, right? Like, it's ultimately what you do, how you do it. Do you pull it off? Um, um, I think Superman was always hard for had been hard for Hollywood. Like, it's like he was almost too good of a character for some of the messed up people in Hollywood, which is what you got when what's his name? No, whatever. It was Superman Returns. Um, well, maybe for something they need privacy, so he's like creating a wall, for privacy. I don't know. I don't know. Like, I've never felt as attached to the DC universe the way I did like Marvel. Like I liked Batman and Superman was okay. I was Superman for Halloween when I was like 3 years old. There's a picture of Watch Party in a Superman costume. Um, I guess I mean, I liked Superman, I liked Batman, but like the whole extended universe, whatever, was never as for DC. It just doesn't work for me. Um, so I'm like the definition of a hard sell, and I would prefer just a straight Superman movie. Like, I don't need this Lantern guy here and Metamorpho and Mr. Terrific and whatever the hell else. Um, People don't want to be entertaining or they want backstory. Superman is edgy or seat action. Batman and Spider-Man are good stories. Yeah. Well, the problem with Superman is like, I mean, Superman being really one of the very, if not the first real superhero of that we have, is made, I mean, over 100 years ago now, is, they just kind of wrote whatever and he was kind of invincible. Like, the problem with Superman is he always was kind of like invincible. And what do? You know, he can do anything. He can save everything. And it's like the suspense in a Superman movie, the suspense is always like, oh gee, will he be able to save everyone in time? It's not whether he can even do it or not. It's just whether he can do it fast enough, and ultimately you can only take suspense like that so far. And so the problem always is, which James Gunn is putting here, is it's like, wow, Superman is invincible, but no, he's not. Like, he can be defeated. Because if Superman can't be defeated, there's not a lot of suspense, as a storyteller. So like that's your objective. What's the suspense here? So you basically have to make villains who can beat Superman, right? So what this is doing is telling us Superman is not invincible. Superman can be defeated. And it's like, why does kryptonite exist? Well, kryptonite exists because you got to have a story. You got to have Lex Luthor has to be able to beat Superman somehow. So we have kryptonite. And that's pretty much it. You thought there would be Cobra Kai images today? Yeah, people did. See if maybe they'll put something out on Christmas. I don't know. Maybe not. It comes when it comes. Amanda Waller, I don't know who she is. Maybe. I suspect there's no surprises though. I think they've announced everyone, who's going to be in it. So anyway, looks good. I do like. I mean, as silly as it is, like I actually kind of like Clark. Like I think they did a good job of making like Clark actually look different than Superman, despite and so it's more than just the performance. It's what everyone complimented Christopher Reeve. He was great going between Clark and Superman, but the problem is he really did just look like Superman with glasses and hunched over a little bit. It's a little bit more effort into it. There's going to be a new Superman thing, yeah. Homelander would have lasered the entire crowd, yeah. Homelander, yeah, it's a Superman movie. 44 Concord Street, Metropolis. Nice look. So we see a lot of the elements. We see a lot of extra stuff, extra characters, lanterns. This is actually maybe my favorite part of the trailer, for whatever it's worth. Right here, my favorite part is this. I kind of like that, and I like the music. It seems derivative of. That's not original, right? That's a redo of John Williams' score. Like this part where it's like right here. Da, na, 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 na. So yeah, I like him saving that girl, and I like the music, and the music made it even more hype. Yeah, I think on some level the music is the best. Is that actual music for the movie, or is that music made just for the trailer? Because the music seems to be from like almost a guitar version and a redo of the original John Williams score, which is so iconic. I don't know. Guitar riff to the John Williams. Yeah, that's what it is. And a remix. Yeah, it's a guitar version of the John Williams. But I thought James Gunn said they weren't using the John Williams stuff in the movie. They're just gonna, compose new music. Which, I mean, there's reasons for that, but I feel like the John Williams stuff is so iconic. You can't. It's like you shouldn't separate the two. Superman's crisis has always been identity oriented. Fair enough. Fair enough. About Smallville. Well, I mean, I don't like him. It's a very diverse group of people not liking Superman here. They did a very good job. It's a very diverse group of people. like, um, many people have said Smallville is very good. I mean, whatever you want. Not a huge fan of the suit. It's not my favorite, but I'm not opposed to it yet. You know, whatever. He's pushing. Is he pushing the buildings back up there? I don't know. Superman is diversely disliked. Yeah. Should be tighter. The suit should be tighter. Maybe. But we'll see. With all Superman and Lois stuff. All right, guys. I'm gonna check out for right now. But thank you for tuning in. More stuff coming soon. Yeah, Green Lanterns. Maybe we'll do some Squid Game stuff. We'll see. Thank you all for coming on in. Love you. See you at the next watch party.